don't crack my screen. Anyway, welcome to the wild world, sometimes often misled, confused, hypotenuse triangle, drug-induced world of Cain, bitch. A lot of stuff has happened in the last, let me see. It's been a while. It's been a minute since I was able to actually, broadcast and stuff like that. Been in the transitional period, and dealing with, a lot of nothing. Much bothering about nothing and everything. I was actually able to set up camp. So once again, we're broadcasting from the North Star. For those of you guys, who contact a lot of the YouTube stuff, I thank YouTube first of all for pushing my stuff. Right? I realized at one point in time, I said, you know what? I don't have the power to take any of my songs or videos and move it to YouTube Music and even build a radio station around that selection. And so I thank YouTube first of all for having the faith in me and stuff, and realizing and recognizing that as a new artist and stuff, there's a lot of things and stuff that are at play and stuff, right? And everybody wants to be the next big thing. Everybody wants to be the next big thing. One of the main things that you're going to understand is that, and as an artist, one of the things that I've discovered along the way is that I've discovered along the way that destiny is probably one of your best bets, to look forward to your destiny, because along your way to your destiny, fate will fuck with you all the way there. Fate will trip you up and make you spill your drink and then scrape your knees, and then you get up, a car will fucking brush right past you. And you have to be stronger than fate. A lot of people will sit back and say that it's impossible, you cannot change your fate. I say it's impossible, you cannot change your destiny. Fate is just there to mess with you along the way to your destiny, and that's why I prefer to agree more with that. But anyway, much more about nothing. We're not here to talk about myths or legends or whatever the stuff, right? There's some progress, a lot of progress that has actually been made. I was actually able to procure a drummer. Right now, it's a point of getting into personal space to the point of where be able to set up and play music around whenever we want to. Really, basically. I believe that the first project and stuff, if you know me, you know that I have several projects, and I'm also a screenwriter as well. So, but the very first project, if I had the funding, I'm telling you right now, if I had the funding right now, the very first story that I would work on is a story called Sidewinders. It's a bank robbery in 1977, Palmdale, California. And if I had the funding and stuff and the money and the director to do that right now, that's exactly the very first story that I would work on. There's several projects and stuff several stories that I've written that I actually want to film in the Inland Empire. Next Friday was actually filmed in Rancho Cucamonga. So I mean, he dropped some gems on us in that one and stuff, man. Remember when your boy was like, he goes, yeah, I don't know if I want to believe all that stuff about, you want some sugar. I know black people got a lot of sugar in their house. But anyway, that was filmed in Rancho Cucamonga. And so there's several projects that, if given the chance to, I would want to work around the Inland Empire. And so for those of you who are catching the YouTube channel and stuff and stay faithful, I've had several people and stuff around the way that I met. One of the women that I met when I was in the hospital, she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna follow you, and all this other kind of stuff, right?" I said, "That's cool, because I'm going to the bathroom, honey." No, I'm playing. Listen, she goes, "I'm gonna follow you, and keep up with everything that you're doing and stuff like that." Cool little trick and stuff like that and stuff, right? And I have no idea as to anything other than that and stuff, right? Except, but thank you for everybody out there in YouTube, man, YouTube land, dude, from the beginning, since I got myself in trouble with the United States government, which actually goes back way, way further than you can actually even begin to think of. When I was 18 or so, I had a run-in with the United States Secret Service agents because one of my good friends, this little white girl named Skinner from FFF, which is Fight for Freedom Skins in Hollywood. She was sticking in a motherfucking jar of peanut butter too, nigga. But listen, so anyway, Skinner, one day she asked me to write down the lyrics for I Shot the Devil by Suicidal Tendencies. And upon doing so, when I did, the teacher, who was quite nosy at the time and stuff, right, decided to find out if I was doing homework or if I was just checking out Skinner's ass and shit and trying to make advances. She comes by and she grabs a paper. She reads it, and she goes, I'm like, yeah, whatever and stuff, man. Why don't you get a life? So anyway, she takes the paper. The teacher takes the paper and stuff, right? I had like half the lyrics written to I Shot the Devil. I shot Reagan. I shot Saddam. I shot his sisters. I let it rock. And all that stuff, right? And so what ended up happening was a couple of days later, this is what an immensely busybody this woman was. This was the size of her busybodiness. She saw the lyrics to I Shot the Devil, which actually gets mentioned in shooting Reagan and Sadat and the Pope and a bunch of other stuff, right? It's just a song, freedom of speech, just watch what you say. And so anything stuff, right? And all this stuff is going on. And so what she does is she turns it in to somebody above her. And so a couple of days later, I go into class, and they tell me that they want to see me in the office. So I said, okay, that's cool. This is part of my high school career. What's going on? Let's see. Let's move, ladies. What's going on? So I get to the fucking office, man, and there's this there's one Mexican. She was the administrator. She was really, she was sticking in a jar of motherfucking horseradish sauce stew. And she goes, and it was like her, and there was two guys in suits, 3-piece suits, government types, obviously, and stuff, but I still had no idea as to what was going on. So she goes, well, I'll let you guys go ahead and talk, and I'll leave you to yourself and stuff, right? So she leaves the room, and the first guy talks to me. He goes, you know who we are? And I go, not really. He goes, United States Government Secret Service. He takes out his badge and shit, really long badge and shit for those guys. And I go, oh shit, what the fuck did I do now, dude? So they go, yeah, supposedly your teacher wrote us in that you were writing on the paper that you were making threats against Ronald Reagan's life. Which is, of course, no way. Ronald Reagan was my favorite president. Which is really strange because I'm a Democrat. But Ronald Reagan, as a Republican, was one of my favorite presidents of all time. I'm the greatest of all time. That was Ronald Reagan. The reason why I like Ronald Reagan, I'm going to tell you, because Ronald Reagan didn't take no shit. He didn't take no prisoners. And he didn't take no shit. And there were several skirmishes and skittishes that the United States government got involved in during his administration, 2-year administration, which was actually the beginning of the popularity of the 2-term president. Was Ronald Reagan first,